Hey guys, it's Crash here, back again with Crashing Down Survivor South Pacific, episode 9, a Cutthroat. This week I was supposed to be typing my Crashing Down Survivor, but I could not resist but throw the video on. I think I like this a lot better, show my inner emotions towards Survivor. So I think I'm going to finish the season doing it all video. So it starts off, Cochran had just betrayed all his Survivor members. They're getting back from camp after voting out Keith, and they really lay it on him. Jim says he doesn't ever want to talk to him again. Whitney says that she's disgusted by Cochran. Ozzy tries to play the look at me card, you screwed me over, I'm so sad card. All of them are complete idiots. And Jim, I'll get back to him. Talk about a guy that had the game right in the palm of his hands, but in true Survivor fashion, only one bad move, saying the wrong thing, gets you out of this game. You have to be able to play it all the way through. A good pre-merge game is nice. You'll win some Player of the Weeks for me, but you can blow it all up in just a matter of a day. So after they have their little tirade on Cochran, the next day rolls around. He's hanging out with the Palu, former Palu tribe now, and Savai is down to Ozzy, Whitney, Don, and Jim. And they're going to sit there and cry about how their members are gone, and he turned on them. Oh no, oh no. It is a game for $1 million. I had to say this last week because they didn't understand. They still don't understand. One player wins the game. One player wins the game. Savai doesn't win $1 million. One player wins the game. If they thought that they were in trouble going into that tie-breaking vote, they needed to go to the Apollo team and try and recruit one of their players. You're not telling me Edna wouldn't have flipped. If you would have given Albert or Sophie a really good offer, they may have considered flipping, maybe to get rid of Coach or a power player right then. Probably not, but eventually they might. Instead of sitting there and crying, why don't you try and work something up? If I'm on that game for $1 million and I know I'm going home in 3 days, I'm going to do everything I can to work a way into somebody's mind, to plant a seed. Russell was good at this, called the Russell seed, to plant a seed into their heads and try and get them to vote in my direction. If you don't try, you don't deserve to win the game. Cochran, he was at the bottom of the pack for Savai. He had nowhere to go. They were going to pick him off as soon as they could. By going to Palu, it not only bought him some time, but I think it put him with a stronger group of people. Now, if they're able to eliminate all the Savai, then they got to pick each other away. I don't think they're going to vote Cochran off. Coach is going to be the target. Albert is a target. Cochran is in a very safe position right now, and I would not be surprised if you see him make it to the final 3. If he gets jury votes, that's the question we have to ask ourselves right now. So going into the immunity challenge, there's 2 immunity challenges this time. The winner came out on the first one as Jim. So we get to the vote. There's a discussion with Jim and Ozzy where Jim is thinking about giving Ozzy his immunity necklace. You have to be a complete idiot to ever think about giving up your immunity necklace. After all of it, he didn't. Jim gets up in front of everyone, gives a speech saying Upalu's loyal, Savai's loyal, there's one player in this game who isn't loyal, Cochran, everyone vote for him. It was one of the worst arguments I ever heard. Jim basically, if he's not going to get voted out in the next one, he's made enemies with Cochran by being a little baby about it, saying never wants to talk to him, acting like a 5-year-old kid in a game for $1 million. And he goes up there, makes an idiot out of himself at Tribal Council. He pretty much just screwed himself over with the jury. Forget it, Jim. It's not about what you think is right or wrong. It's about playing a proper game and playing a game in which you can win $1 million by having your peers vote for you at the end. That doesn't exactly work in your favor. Regardless, Ozzy gets the 6 votes. The other votes go for Cochran from Savai. Ozzy is sent on his way back to Redemption Island. He liked it so much the first time, he can go join his buddy Keith, and maybe he'll like it just as much the second time. So moving on to after that, again, there was another immunity challenge. We get to that point, and on this one, Whitney with a surprising win. Pretty much a waste player in this game gets her first win. Only 3 people competed in this immunity challenge. There were Whitney, Jim, and Dawn, as the rest of the Upalu and Cochran decided to go eat in front of them, and they were making fun of them pretty much the whole time. I absolutely loved it. Savai deserves everything that's come their way in this game. They treated Cochran like crap. They put him down as kind of the low person on the totem pole. They can sit there and say that they tried to save him numerous times, which they did in a strategical fashion, but people know when you're lying. People know when they're treating you like you're a lower class than them. Cochran has got his just due in this game. He did not deserve to be treated the way he was from Jim, from Whitney, from even Dawn, who tries to act like she's some wishy-washy girl, especially Ozzy, who was trying to get him out since day one. They all had what was coming for them, and it's a lesson to future Survivor players. Even if you hate the person's guts, you always make them feel a part of your team, because one person can screw over an entire game's worth of efforts, as we've seen right here. Whitney wins immunity, makes it an easy vote. All the votes go towards Jim from Upalu and Cochran. The other votes from Savai thrown at Edna. Just something to do, I guess. Savai has no chance. Jim sent to Redemption Island, making him 3 people over there. I guess we're going to have a 3 or 4 person duel coming up. I don't know how they're going to do it this year. But regardless, Ozzy, Keith, and Jim all at Redemption. It should be a great duel on the way. All 3 pretty strong guys. Ozzy seems to think he can go over to Redemption and clean house. I don't think so. I've had enough of Ozzy for Survivor. Forever, probably. I'm sure he's a good guy in person, but he does not know how to play this game. The only reason he got far in the first time is because he was athletic, people liked him, and most importantly, he was under a mastermind player of Yule. We've seen the last 2 seasons he's come back where he had to play by himself. Could not do it. So that wraps this one up. Next week is going to be very interesting. The Cochran factor continues. Will Upalu continue just to wipe out the Savai tribe? Or do they realize that they have such a lead in numbers now that they can kind of toy around? Maybe try and get rid of Coach. Maybe try and get rid of Albert. Some power players. It's something I feel like a few of them might look into. But if they get caught, they will be eliminated, because that's a very dangerous proposition. If it works, it's great. If you get caught trying to go behind your old tribe's back, then they're all going to put votes on you. So I'm getting Cochran Player of the Week, and until next time, Crash out.